Hi everyone, Wandering Trader back with another portfolio update. This is your host, Wandering Trader, your low budget, quick take trading nomad. So wow, what an interesting week. We played earnings and we did not get our shares called away. So this is the portfolio update for the week. Our new average now is around 240 and we peaked at 248. So we are beating the S&P. So for 3 months, we are accumulating and compounding our wealth. So let's take a recap of how I traded. So in the course of a couple of weeks, so our covered call at 7, we played 2 weeks out. We expired worthless, so we got about 1950 premiums on that. We played Baba, right? We wrote that, I believe, last Friday, and we closed that out. So downturn, close for 0.02 for next week. So I didn't go back into Baba because earnings is coming up this week and there's going to be a lot of gamma. So we ended up writing for Hood for 2 days. So we played this, right? We opened it on the 10th of November and we closed it out and expired worthless. We wrote it at 33. This was based on high inflation and numbers and it went down 4.5 and I wrote 33 for 33 and then it went down a little bit more. So I believe the total cumulative percentage that it needed to go down was about like 10.5. So I like Hood. So right now currently they are at 1.6 million crypto waitlist. So I didn't want to write Baba yet, so I'm going to write this on Monday opening. So aside from that, let's go into our Wish and what is our cost basis now. We are at 566, so this expired, and now we are contemplating on how we are going to play this, right? So if you haven't seen, we have gotten the earnings. Let's take a look, pull that out. So this is the investor relations. I don't want to go too much in depth into it, but as you could see, the revenue, it's slowing down. Logistics market, core market, advertisement, it's slowing down a little bit. Based on the remarks from the management team, the CEO is stepping out. Everyone knows that he got pushed out because of the underperforming couple quarters, but we have Jackie Reese taking the helms right now, and they have not provided much guidance. I don't want to go into details because I hate to reiterate. You could check this out for yourself, and their EBITDA is actually improving a bit. Yeah, so you could check out the numbers yourself. We are in a very interesting spot, so it's very neutral. Even though they beat earnings, they haven't set much guidance. What I don't like was the declining MAUs, but the total addressable market is still very big. They still have a big audience, so they have to tweak that up with their merchants. They have to work that out. Let's take a look at where we are at. So this is the put and call ratio for Wish. So this is what I'm using to guide me in my decision. So I don't know if I should play weekly or bi-weekly anymore. Now I'm thinking about going into long term. Since we played this, we have indicated back when we started playing this in September, right? Fair value, we have indicated that it was going to be 5, right? Swing and wheel. But now, as I reflect, we were capturing it on the capitulation, or as people so call it, catching a falling knife. So we're over here. So we're kind of resetting back to smart money. So are we taking off? Are the institutional investors right now? If you check the 13 Fs, you will notice like BlackRock, Vanguard, they have been increasing their position. So are we here yet? Am I going into long term? All right. So this is the 5-day moving. Let's check it out. So we've blown off a lot already, and we want to see, am I going to play this long term? Am I going to start writing around, let's say, do I continue over here bi-weekly in December, or should I start going monthly? So the reason for that, the monthly, is that we are going to be having the holding period over 30 days. So it's going to be qualified covered calls. So if I start playing it like this, right, I could write 150 contracts around 750. It's not going to be a lot of premium. It's going to be about $2,000, but I won't suspend my holding period. So I'm going to start having these underlying assets be considered long-term moving forward. So it's basically what's my confidence level right now. We are talking about, let's say, let's say moving forward, if it's above 525, then I'm gonna start writing a month, 30 days or more out. If it's under, then I'll start playing bi-weekly just to maximize and lower my cost basis. But right now, we're almost break even with the covered calls, and this is about 33%, 30% of my portfolio right now, and we are balancing it out with large caps. So I'm gonna be playing Alibaba next week. What I wanted to let you guys know was that what is my reasoning for Alibaba. I reviewed this last week. We talked about the beta and how Alibaba's beta is 0.86. So if we look at historical downturns, right? Let's say the mean of all these biggest weekly drops was about, let's say the average is like 9%, right? This is an assumed number. The Alibaba, it would drop maybe less than 9%, so it's 0.86, so it would be somewhere around the range of like 7.5, 8% drop it. So we are taking a look at this. We want to see if we're going to be playing Alibaba, right? So this has been beaten up severely, and the core is very strong. Look at the 1 year. You can check out the moving averages yourself, the technical indicators. So I'm thinking about writing this around 150, 149. So this is what I'm comfortable with. We're gonna build this out, and we're gonna try to get this up to 250 by the end of the year. If it doesn't work out, it's fine, but that's my goal. Let's take a look right now. So some of my favorites, we have profited off of SoFi already. So we are playing Baba and Hood. Hood would be more of this growth story. So I've indicated that the fair is around 26, 28, so I'll trade it around 30, 32, unless otherwise. But we are pretty confident. Our SoFi has brought us around 26,000. So that was a position that played out, a trading position that played out. So this took about 7, 8 weeks, and the Wish position has not done the same, has not performed the same. So I might play this out long term and start writing longer monthly calls. So I'm confident in the management team and how they're turning it around. So they indicated Q2, that wasn't going to be good. Right now we are in the breaking point. So we should see by next quarter what's going to happen. They haven't provided guidance, but we're going to look at strictly the data and the numbers, and we're going to see where they stand. All right, so where we are at, I was writing Hood at 33. So there's a lot of support at 34. So we are not sure the direction because they have indicated that they're not going to be bringing profit and value to investor as of yet. They are still growing. So they're including, the management team have indicated that they're, aside from the crypto wallet, they are also going to be rolling out retirement accounts and such. So this is something to look at. If we could get it below everyone, that would be great. Alibaba, I have indicated that this is a large cap with a low PE and also low beta. So this is great against corrections and such. So we are trying to write around 150. Honestly, I want to have it around 140, 145. But given the earnings, most likely, I'm not sure about revenue, if they could beat top line, but more than likely they will be top line and bottom line. They are highly profitable, large cap. So we're going to be playing that. Wish, it has been consolidating, and we are around the 240 range, as you can see. And now there has already been reports with Vanguard and BlackRock accumulating large positions. So are we at that point where I turn this into a long-term play? So like I said, we have caught it while it was capitulating, and now is it returning to the mean? And are we going back to over here, the stealth phase, smart money and institution? We have it pretty low. Our cost basis is pretty low. So that, moving forward, that is something I'm going to have to be mindful of. So do I write it around here, 750, and get about 20, what is this? This would be about 28,000 in capital appreciation, not including the premium, but this is going to be more than 30 days out. Or do I play it weekly at $656 and try to unwind? I'm thinking about holding my shares. The reason for that is because we are cash heavy. As you can see, this Wish position is the only thing I have. And what I love about being in the asset class is that everyone knows the phrase cash is trash, right? But let's take a look at what my cash would be doing, right? If I had cash, I would be generating about 0.30 APY. If I have the assets alone, I'm writing the contracts, right? So it's kind of a no-brainer to have assets and write my cover calls. Even though it might not be much, it might be 1950, 250, 100, where's this, 400, 450. This is weekly, even though it's short-term gains. So I'm thinking about writing and going long-term with this. I would love your thoughts and input, as always. And we are also coming across witching hour. So if you are not familiar with this concept, this is the last hour of trading on the third Friday of each month when option, future, and stocks and stock indices expire. This period is often characterized by heavy volume as traders close out options and future contracts before expiring. Positions are often reopened contracts that expire at a later date. So if you're not familiar with this, this is what we're talking about, right? The witching hour, the monthlies. Next week, this coming week, is a witching hour event. Then we have 17th witching hour. Then we have January 21st. But as you see this, take a look at this. Look at the volume, the amount of open interest and volume. Very heavily skewed towards, oh wait, this is BABA. But let's pull this up. Heavily skewed towards the call side. I remember there was like an unusual option at 15. So 15, while ambitious as and hopeful as that is, I'm gonna be writing 750. So this is where I'm gonna be playing at. And thanks for tuning in. If you like this type of content, if you like my process, if you like my risk management style, by all means like and subscribe. If you haven't, check out some of my dividend content. I am a trading nomad, so I am in Mexico City right now. And this is on my dividend account. We try to build up long-term dividend incomes and also have some of my traveling content. So there's gonna be more to come. We have some Cartagena and some Colombia. So check out some of that. And thanks for tuning in. Take care of yourself. And I will report back to you next week and I will let you guys know what I have done. Take care.